What's up, guys? Coach Connor here with Trinity Kicking with a couple of Trinity Kicking special tips that are going to help you tremendously with your accuracy, especially when you're adjusting from the left hash and the right hash. This tip is going to help you with just not only your physical stance, but your mindset when you're trying to adjust from one side to the other as well, which a lot of us young kickers especially have troubles of. You hear it all the time when people say kicking from the left hash is the exact same thing as kicking from the right hash, which is true. But when you get into your stance and you start picking your head up looking at the uprights, your brain starts playing a lot of tricks on you. So these tips are going to help you a lot. So I'm going to have the camera pan around here to the front just a little bit. Come this way. And so the way we're going to do it is when we start taking our steps back, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our steps directly back like we probably always would. We are going to put our feet together and point directly at our goalpost. Make sure our right foot is going straight through that ball and then straight through the middle of those uprights. This is very important that you get a good look. There's no reason to rush this point. When you look and you're perfectly straight, take a good hard look, because the minute your eye goes back to that ball if we're kicking off of sticks, or the block if we're kicking in a game situation, your eyes will never ever be able to look up again. And when I say that is without you guys probably noticing, a lot of times when we take our steps to the side, our eyes immediately go down to look at our feet and put our feet together and then take another step. There's no reason for us to look down. We now lose the concept of the direction that we're kicking. And so the problem that we run into, and you're going to see this especially from the back end, is that when we are here, this is not the trajectory that we're kicking from. We're actually kicking from this trajectory. So our eyes are going to start playing tricks on us when we go from that left hash and then switch to the right hash like we are here. So when we take our steps back, we're going to take them straight back. Take your normal steps. I'm a 4 guy. A lot of guys are 3. Make sure that our foot goes right through that upright. We then take a good hard look, come right back to the ball, and then our brain is going to allow us to take a step and put our feet together perfectly at a 90-degree angle. There's no reason you need to look down at your feet. So I'm going to go put my feet out. I'm going to put them together. This is really, really important that we put our feet together so that we're not just chopping our steps side to side, because that will lead to inconsistencies. So in order for us to be together, we're going to go step, together, pause, step, together, pause. Now this is where the tips really, really help you out a ton. We should be at a different angle than what we're kicking the ball, but our plant foot doesn't need to turn. We don't need to have our foot pointed at our ball. And you're going to see that a lot, that if our foot is pointed at our ball, that is when we start having to make these adjustments and changes really drastically. So if we're kicking from the right hash, our foot doesn't only just turn 90 degrees, it turns beyond 90. Whereas if we're on the left hash, our foot is barely going to move at all, and you're going to see that here in a little bit. So I'm going to leave my plant foot exactly where it is. I'm then going to open up my hips, leaving that foot pointed still at our target. This does one of two things. One, it's uncomfortable, so it's going to shoot a sensor into our brain that this little twinge on the inside of my knee, and you're going to see that when the camera pans over here, you're going to see the inside of my knee. So the camera's going to pan over to my knee on the inside of it, and you're going to feel this twinge right here. You are never going to feel a twinge on the inside of your knee like this unless, 1, you're walking like a penguin, or 2, you're kicking. So this little pain is now going to tell your brain, hey, get in field goal mode. We're now going to kick a field goal. So start firing all that muscle memory of kicking a field goal in there. So now that this foot's here and I'm looking at my ball the entire time, this is when a lot of you kickers start looking up again. And when you look up and then look back down, we lose all ability of trying to figure out where our plant needs to be, where our upright needs to be. So it will throw you off over and over again. So now I'm going to demonstrate exactly how to kick this. We're going to take our steps back, put our feet together, make sure our foot is perfectly through that line. I'm then going to go left, together. My eyes have never left this ball. Left, together. Again, my eyes have never left this ball. I'm leaving my plant foot exactly where it is. I'm going to open that leg up. There should be no movement here. My shoulders are going to tell my hips to match up to my foot. My shoulders are going to match my hips. Everything should finish perfectly straight at my uprights. So my balance arm is big out and strong, like we learned in the no steps and 1 steps, as well as in the red drill. So make sure you've already seen those videos. And as I approach this ball, I'm going to crush this kick, knowing that it's going to go down the middle. And that's exactly where it ends up going, right where I shot for. So now I'm going to jog on over. I'm going to go to my next spot over here, and you're going to see the exact same thing, and I'm going to hit a perfectly straight ball exactly where I want to. You're going to see me look up, Only one time when I am taking my steps directly back. Again, make sure your block is also facing at your target if you're kicking off a block. For you high school guys, this will help you out tremendously. I look up, I look my eyes back down to that sweet spot. I never leave them. My feet come together, I stop. My feet come together, I stop. I never ever look up. My foot never turns. And I'm going to strike this ball just as hard, just as clean. Right down the middle, exactly where we were shooting for. This is going to help your accuracy tremendously. You won't believe the amount of stats that are going to change. You are going to go from missing 1 or 2 kicks to now missing none. Your stats will go easily 5, 6, 7% higher accuracy rate doing this type of way. It's not going to feel comfortable at first, but once it becomes natural, after about, 300 kicks of working like this, it's going to become second nature. Hope that helps you guys. Good luck.